Hello and welcome to the conversation. You're watching India Post Live, India's first news conversation web portal, and we are discussing the exit poll predictions for the 2014 general elections. We've discussed many states, but no discussion will be complete till we discuss Delhi. Of course, it only has 7 seats, but what exactly lies in store for our leaders and for the people of Delhi? To discuss more on this, I have with me senior journalist Anita Katyal and Sudeep Srivastav, of course, author, lawyer, activist. I don't know where to stop. So,
Don't be so generous.
ma'am, I'll start with you first. The 2013 assembly elections, I mean, they threw a totally different picture. I mean, are we going to see the same sort of picture in the Lok Sabha elections?
See, one thing, the assembly elections were held, I think, just 6
December.
or 7 months
Yeah.
before, and in that election we saw that there was this, which was of course reflected all over the country, but in Delhi also a huge anti-incumbency against the Congress, and this was kind of reflected in the results because the Congress, which had done, I mean, it was in power for 3 terms for 15 years, was wiped out, and not just wiped out. I mean, they were reduced to a poor third, And what the surprise package was Aam Aadmi Party. They had just, it was a very new party. They had just come and entered the electoral fray, and they took everybody. I think both BJP and Congress were taken by surprise. They were they never realized the extent of inroads, the kind of inroads that this party had made in Delhi, and that was a surprise, and they did well. They got 28 seats, but what I think, and they got seats, and they got votes from all segments. They got the upper middle class, the middle class, they got the jhuggi jhoparis, the clusters, everybody, because of the various kinds. One, the anti-incumbency against the Sheila Dikshit government, against the UPA government, and the kind of new politics that he promised, the fact that he brought in urban voters. And the urban voter got, for the first time, is very, is not particularly enthused with politics.
Yeah.
He got the urban voter involved and enthusiastic.
Yes, exactly.
And not only were they voting, but they were also wanting to participate in the elections, Yeah. So he got those votes also. Okay. And he got, with his promises of, drinking water, reducing rates of electricity, and so he got the jhuggi jhopri, the clusters, and the resettlement colonies. So that those worked to his advantage. Now what happened is that the elections have come just too soon. The Lok Sabha elections have come too soon after the assembly elections. The Congress has not had any time to recover.
Yeah, they're still dazed.
Yeah, they're still dazed, and you need some breathing space, to kind of get your cadres enthused and galvanize them and all. Right now they're too demoralized, So I don't think the Congress is really in play in any of the constituencies, maybe 1 or 2, but I think the main fight is between AAP and the BJP.
Okay, Sudeep, I'll come to you. I mean, a recent rubbing, how much time does it take for a party to actually recover? Do you think 6 months is too small a time gap for the Congress to be actually to be able to be in a position to give a fight?
Normally 6 months is good enough time to recover, but the kind of arrogance Congress is having because of this 2009 victory in general election, they thought they are the one, there is no option, and they also think that on the secular communal lines they can overcome this inflation and corruption issue.
Okay.
So because of that mindset, 6 months, and I think even 2 years for them is not good enough time to recover.
Okay.
It will take time.
Okay. Okay, we have Mr. P.V. Dinesh joining us.
Hi, hello.
Hi, how are you, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Sir, the exit polls for Delhi are not painting a rosy picture for the Congress party. What is your take? I mean, do you actually see the Congress in fight on any of the seats, or is it just a simple BJP versus AAP fight?
See, as expected, everybody knows the It is not a good result for Congress. It's extremely bad result for Congress. As the gentleman has pointed out, basically the fight is between BJP and AAP. And I feel that when you look at the election and when you compare the last assembly election, BJP has got an advantage when compared to AAP. So AAP is not going to perform well. And Congress, of course, I think Congress is not going to get any of the seats in Delhi.
Okay, but I mean, what makes you so sure that the BJP will actually run away with the advantage? Because we've seen, Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party actually, trying to bust the myth of, the two main parties.
See, in fact, the new voters I've seen because in fact, I was present when this agitation took place, agitation at Jantar Mantar, and the logistical support at that point of time was given basically by the soft Hindutva people. That is one aspect. And second, the new voters, basically new voters of Delhi of 21 years or 22 years, the young breed, they don't know about Modi much. They think about we have got a strong, very strong performer who performed well in Gujarat, so he's going to perform at center. And they don't know what was Gujarat right of 2002. It's almost 13 years now. So there is no checking mechanism so far as new voters are concerned, and they've got a very rosy picture about Mr. Modi. And they all know that look, Mr. Kejriwal's party is not going to come, and we have to strengthen Modi. That is a feeling.
Okay, okay. Talking about new voters, let's have a look at the vote share that's predicted for various parties this time. As you can see, BJP is there with the lion's share of 45%. AAP is second with 31. Congress has gone down to 17%. Sudeep, I'd like to bring you in here. I mean, in the 2013 elections of Delhi, I think they were close to about 30%, but almost half.
Not close to it. They were around 22%.
22%.
22%.
think so.
21 point something. And,
Okay.
and though I have not been here during the time of election, much time I spent in Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, but as Anita ji is pointing out, and also that fellow is pointing out, that the fight between AAP and BJP, then I would feel that this vote percentage of Congress will go down further. Because Dalits and Muslim will shift to AAP in order to defeat BJP.
Actually, I was
Okay.
just going to add
Yeah.
to that. I was just going to say that. I said the difference between the 2013, the assembly election and this election is that the Congress won 8 seats, and those 8 seats were 5 of them were from minorities, and the
Yeah.
other 3 were from minority
Dominated.
dominated areas. So they won. That vote was intact as far as the Congress was concerned, but this it has completely shifted. Not completely shifted. It has been divided.
If the perception is such that AAP is giving a
Is
fight,
to the BJP. And no, but I have spoken. I mean, I was speaking to one of the MLAs from I think these areas. I think it was Jamia or one of them, and they are admitted. They have admitting and saying that yes, at least 30 to 35% Muslim vote has shifted to AAP, which actually helps the BJP. So you know that I think that in that case, say for instance in East Delhi, as it is, Sandeep Dixit personally was not very popular, and secondly he also had to contend with the anti-incumbency of his mother,
Yeah.
Sheila Dixit. So that was two, and thirdly, all the voters, all the workers who were working for him because of pressure from Sheila Dixit decided to sit back. So the various factors which kind of contributed. I mean, I'm just giving you one example. So similarly, there were other, it was happening in other constituencies as well. So I'm just saying that in this constituency, I think I think the BJP is going to win, and although it should win. Although Rajmohan Gandhi gave a very good fight, he was very popular, and he was people, especially in the Jhuggi Jhopri areas and all, were kind of reacting and responding to him. And and Giri, who was I don't know, I forget the full name, the BJP candidate. He
Mahesh
was
Giri.
Mahesh Giri. He was actually considered to be BJP's weakest candidate. So if he wins, it will be only because of the divide in the Muslim vote.
Okay, okay. Now talking about the vote shares and the vote swing, let's have a look at the kind of swing that is expected from the 2013 assembly elections to the Lok Sabha elections. AAP to AAP is 51, AAP to BJP, that is 36%, AAP to Cong 8% and others. So, I mean, Sudeep, there is a point.
This 36% mainly consists of upper class, upper middle class and Hindu voters. Who at that point of time also there was a saying that केजरीवाल दिल्ली के लिए मोदी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के लिए. So we also need to have a graphic that how much of Congress vote also going to up.
Okay, but because I mean, that's a lot of vote that is shifting. I mean, 36% vote.
36% means they got 28-29% vote last time. So 36% means one third of that vote. So if 10% is shifting towards BJP, if that is being compensated from Congress vote bank, Congress vote share, then they are in fight in every seat. Otherwise, BJP has an advantage.
Ma'am, do you agree with those figures?
I would think so, yes. And I agree with saying that the shift that has taken place from AAP to BJP is primarily the upper middle class and the middle class and the upper middle class who were not happy with Kejriwal's performance as chief minister, and they thought he hadn't done the right thing by resigning, and they felt he had run away and he was not did not undertake his responsibilities or fulfill his responsibilities. But on the other hand, his vote among the
Lower classes.
lower classes, and especially the slums and the resettlement colonies, was intact.
Because
they were very happy with the fact that the prices he had actually delivered on his promises. The drinking water rates had come down, power electricity tariffs had come down, corruption had come down. They were not being harassed by scooterwalas and cops. The daily kind of corruption, or you go to get your license, or you go to get your ration card or something. That was not happening. So they were willing to give him another chance, and I think they didn't realize that this is a parliamentary election and not another state election.
Okay.
On the other hand, like it was saying that a lot of voters, the upper middle class who had voted for Kejriwal and AAP in the assembly elections, had said that okay, this time we will vote for him, but it will be our vote will go to Modi in the national election. So they made a distinction between the two.
Okay, we have Mr. Kanhaiya joining us from Patna. Sir, can you hear us? Mr. Kanhaiya?
Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Kanhaiya, can you hear
Hello.
us?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, Mr. Kanhaiya is the contributing editor to the magazine Governance Now. Sir, we were talking about the vote swing in these elections from the Delhi Assembly elections in 2013. And we see that almost 1/3 of the voters who had voted for AAP in the assembly elections, they seem to be moving towards the BJP. How far do you agree with this?
Madam, I didn't hear you clearly.
So we were talking about the vote swing. I mean, 1/3 of the voters of AAP in the assembly elections, they seem to be moving towards the BJP. Do you agree with this?
Yeah, I agree.
Why?
Because after the Arvind Kejriwal quit the chief ministership, there was confusion among the voters, and they disliked his decision to quitting the post, I mean the seat of chief ministers. So the shift of the vote from Aam Aadmi Party to the BJP was inevitable.
Okay, okay. We'll take a small graphic. I mean, the basic thing why that vote swing seems to be moving to BJP is because of what Mr. Kejriwal did, and going out of power in 49 days. Let's see what voters have to say as far as this is concerned.
And also the fact that they felt that Kejriwal was not going to be forming the government at the center.
Yeah.
That was a main factor.
I think the whole seriousness of
Yeah.
running a government went out. I mean,
Yeah,
you look at
yeah.
this, it clearly says that 60% agree that Kejriwal betrayed Delhi voters. Only 31
Betray
disagree.
might be a harsh word, but surely voters have annoyed.
Yeah, they were unhappy,
Unhappy.
annoyed, definitely. They didn't like it.
Because,
they felt he was shirking his responsibility.
Kejriwal support. Hello.
I had gone to Varanasi, and there, AAP supporters were distributing these pamphlets in which one of the major issues was why he left power in 49 days in Delhi, because that was being discussed a lot.
It's a late realization.
You know, because I'll tell you why. I think in one of his interviews, Kejriwal did admit that they were unable to explain their viewpoint to the people. And that's where they failed in communicating through why they left. And that's probably one of the reasons why they have been kind of
They chose
going
not
out
to.
of their way to tell the people, to communicate to them as to why they left. And which is even in Varanasi, I was there in Varanasi, and he was being called a bhagoda and so on and so forth. That's what and they were trying to overcome that through this kind of a campaign that they were running there.
So
Actually, he chose not to explain. While forming government, he sought SMSs, he sought responses, everything.
Yeah.
But while resigning, he was in a hurry. He was in a hurry that, what and that has not gone down well with voters.
okay, we've got Mr. Dinesh back with us.
See, I just want to add one more aspect. So far as this vote share, the shifting of vote share is concerned,
Sure.
the Kejriwal last time, the app lost minority votes because the minority thought that, look, if we support Congress last time, because the minority can't vote for BJP at any rate, the minority basically. So now I spoke to many voters from minority community, and they said they voted for Congress because they never expected that AAP would be getting that number of seats in the last legislative assembly. But this occasion, they all voted for AAP because they understood that Congress cannot compete with the BJP, so they voted for AAP. That is what happened. So that some of the shifting will be made up by the minority votes. And as suggested, the upper middle class votes and the new age voters, naturally, based on the impression that AAP is not going to form a government in center, they have voted for BJP. And the other aspect is the internal issues of AAP. The enthusiasm among the AAP cadres, that enthusiasm was missing in this Lok Sabha election. And because AAP is slowly becoming a political party. Earlier, it was not having the typical characteristics of a political party, but slowly it started displaying here and there the color of a established political party. So that enthusiasm, and you know that most of the candidates last moment, as Megha Agarwal, who I think, I don't know, the general impression that many of the AAP senior leaders, they want to be candidates here and there, but unfortunately they didn't get that opportunity, so they resigned and started criticizing AAP. So you must have seen a lot of criticism during this campaign period against AAP. So that has really, spoiled the image of AAP which they had in the last assembly election.
Okay, I'd like to bring in Mr. Kanhaiya again into the conversation. Sir, we are seeing that, a lot of the AAP vote is shifting to BJP, but then, in the Lok Sabha elections, there is a perception that the Muslims have voted in large numbers for the Aam Aadmi Party. Sir, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Sir, how far do you
Right.
agree?
I was in Varanasi for 2 days. I was in Varanasi to cover the elections there. I visited the Muslim-dominated areas, and what I found was the Muslim are having soft corner for Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi, and they have to say that in days to come, this party will beat all the parties, not in this election, but in 2019 or later on. They have a lot of hope from this particular man and this baby party called Aam Aadmi Party.
But sir, if we restrict our conversation to Delhi, do you see that happening in these elections?
Pardon?
Do you see the Muslim vote shifting to the Aam Aadmi Party as far as Delhi is concerned?
Yeah, I can I can say that the Muslim in majority have voted for Aam Aadmi Party this time.
Okay, okay, so that's yeah. You
Yeah,
want
but there is reasons because they are fed up with the Congress Party and so-called other secular parties, and particularly the youths belonging to minority and even other castes, they are thinking that they will get whatever they are wanting from Aam Aadmi Party in days to come. This time, they have voted in majority, not minority, other, the youngsters, to Modi, not the BJP, to Modi. But in elections to take place later on, 19 and 2023, they will go for our party. I am of the observation like this.
Okay, Mr. Kanayas, sir, you
I
want
would
to-
like to add, when we talk about minority vote, maybe because of Modi, we only talk about Muslims. I would love to see how the Sikhs are voting in this election, particularly in Delhi, because in 1984 right case, the Kejriwal has ordered a new inquiry,
SIT, yes.
and he has strike a chord, and the exit polls are also suggesting that apart from Delhi, AAP is doing relatively better in Punjab as well.
Yeah.
So if he is able to, and I think he has also given ticket to Jarnail Singh,
Yeah.
the guy who has thrown
Northwest, yeah.
shoe on the P. Chidambaram on this very issue. So if a sizable number of Sikhs opted for AAP, then the contest in Delhi will be very close.
Okay, that's interesting. We'll see what Mr. Kanaya was saying about the vote going for Modi, because I think that's the only reason why a lot of BJP supporters think that Delhi will do well that BJP will do well in Delhi. Can we have the graphic of Narendra Modi? This is the choice for Prime Minister. If you see,
There again, this 38% is the Prime Minister choice. Then how come the vote share would be 45%?
no, this is just. I mean,
This is Prime Minister choice. This election is based only on Modi.
yeah.
So, this is my experience that leadership appreciation percentage is higher always, and the party gets relatively less
Lower
vote
vote.
because of the arithmetic within the constituency. So, I found it a bit contradictory. I
Okay.
don't know what kind of methodology they have used.
Maybe the sample size is smaller.
I don't know. I don't know. But
But
I don't know, whatever the graphic might say, but the fact of the matter is that people were voting for Modi and not the BJP. It was basically because Modi they converted it into a presidential form of contest. You know.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
There's no getting away from it.
Then-
And it was everybody you asked, they said, "हाँ Modi को जिताना है." I mean, whether I ask my taxi driver or
When the
anybody on
Prime
the
Minister
street,
choice is 38% Modi,
Yeah.
and
So
BJP is
similarly-
getting 45%.
But one thing is very clear. I mean, one thing there's no quibbling about is that Congress was nobody's first choice.
yeah, see, you can see it
Yeah.
there. You know, I
Yeah.
mean,
Not even
even though we
second
may
choice
not
here.
agree with
I
this graphic so much, but it says that 33% voted because of Modi
Because
and
of Modi.
52% voted because.
That's the core vote.
Yeah.
52% is the core vote.
Core vote.
Yeah.
If you take last time 2009 vote share of BJP, they got 35%.
Yeah.
So
And
that's the
this
core
time,
vote.
This time it's gone up. It's-
45%, 10%.
45%.
10%.
That's a huge.
And
swing.
means
That's a
at
huge
least
jump.
30% increase. That's
Yeah.
same factor, yeah.
So on the whole, Anita, I mean, are we going to see, Congress totally decimated in Delhi, or will we
I
see
think
some
so.
sort of
No.
resurrection?
I mean, for the moment, they're not going to win any seats, that's for sure.
Maybe 1 or 2 seats
I
they
don't think
may
so.
do well.
I don't know. They might do well, meaning, I don't know, I mean,
What
if you're
about New
losing,
Delhi
you're
seat?
losing. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure, because New Delhi was one thing you must remember. Although, like you were saying, we were talking about it earlier, that a lot of urban middle class voter, which is concentrated in this area, has shifted from AAP, but it's also a fact that for Kejriwal it was very important because his constituency where he defeated Sheila Dikshit is a segment, his assembly constituency is
Yeah.
a segment in this Lok Sabha constituency. So for him also, so that's why he put in a very extra effort, you know, campaigning over here, because it's a matter of prestige for him also, you know, that he should, his candidate and his party should do well over here. So but I don't know, I have a gut feeling that I think it's, BJP is going to do well. I'm not even sure if AAP will get even one seat.
Okay.
I have a feeling that they might, the BJP
That's-
could walk away with all the 7
and
seats.
the major
I
reason-
won't be surprised.
And
They
the
could-
major reason will be because of the split.
Yeah, one, of course, because there are 3 constituencies where Muslims are a factor. So that is primarily because of the division and other factors also, you know. I mean, for
Okay.
instance, in East Delhi, Harshvardhan is supposed to be, he's got
he's
got
got
a
a-
very good
yeah, yeah,
reputation, you know. So that also worked in his kind of in his favor. And then the Muslim divide also kind of helped him.
Okay, now talking about, you know, we'll have a look at the issues. What were the issues? I mean, it doesn't take rocket science to figure out that
Yeah,
it
that's
would
true.
be
Price rise and
price
corruption.
rise
Yeah.
And corruption.
and corruption.
And
So,
you read them together
Yeah.
because a lot of
They're
people
correlated.
think this price rise is because of corruption.
exactly.
That's true. That's true.
And if you look at the plank of the Aam Aadmi Party, that has basically been on corruption.
Corruption.
And then he's taken the water supply, you know, the water issues and the smaller issues, so gone there. I mean, I think we'll.
But in Delhi, after this Nirbhaya case, I am surprised by this graphic. This 2% people consider women's safety as the major issue. It either most of the samples are male.
Male.
Yeah, could be.
It's quite
Because it's
possible.
not easy to get women samples.
Okay. Okay. So we'll go back to Mr. Dinesh and get final word from him, sir. Your final take as far as Delhi is concerned.
Delhi, definitely BJP has got the advantage, and AAP will have a very good vote percentage, but that won't translate into votes. That is the negative aspect so far as AAP is concerned.
Would
In
you
fact,
give-
you know, I think AAP definitely will get seats in Delhi. Especially, I think I see a fair chance for Rajmohan Gandhi.
Okay.
That is what though the campaign was not that good, because, you know, I in fact, incidentally, I had a chance to visit Rajmohan Gandhi's office, in fact, their campaign office.
Okay.
It was not that very political campaign setup. It was really a professional sort of a campaign affair, and they could not even connect with those vote banks, especially in East Delhi. There is a large chunk of Christian votes. You know,
Okay.
especially the South Indian votes, especially basically from Kerala. I think
Okay.
30% or 40% Kerala votes are basically Christian votes. All those votes polled in favor of Congress last time, but this time I've not seen much of a work among AAP volunteers. But
Okay.
those votes
Okay.
are going to be in favor of Rajmohan Gandhi. So there is a fair chance.
Okay. So that's one seat for AAP as far as Mr. Dinesh is concerned. We'll take the last words from Mr. Kanhaiya also. Sir, quickly, your take as far as the seats are concerned in Delhi. Sir, can you hear us? I think we've had. Sir, can you hear us? I think we are having some audio problem with Mr. Kanhaiya, but Sudeep, quickly, how many seats? All 7 to BJP? Or?
No. This X factor is Sikh vote, and if it shift towards AAP, then they may get 3.
3. As much as 3. Ma'am, your take?
I won't be surprised. I mean, AAP can get 1 or 2. Of course, Congress is not going to get any. That I'm very
Okay.
confident about. AAP can get 1, maybe. I'm not sure, 1 or 2. But I won't be surprised if BJP gets all 7.
Okay.
Let me put it that way.
Okay, we've got Mr. Kanhaiya back, sir. Final words on out of the 7 seats. Oh, have we got? Okay, we've lost Mr. Kanhaiya anyway, so we'll have to just wrap it at that. Thank you so much, Mr. Dinesh, for joining us, and thank you, Anita and Sudeep, for joining us. So there you have it. I mean, Congress totally out of the game as far as Delhi is concerned, and 1 to 3 seats. That's what if the vote shifts towards the Aam Aadmi Party. But we'd also like to tell you that we have a very interesting game for you. If you are one of those people who has politics in their DNA and you want to give your poll predictions, you can log on to our site India Post Live and go on to a page where you will find an interesting opinion poll called Hum Bole. So you can log in and give your poll predictions of what you think is going to be the likely outcome on 16th of May. And if your predictions are as good as what Sudeep normally predicts, then you can win a lot of prizes. So log on to India Post Live and see if your projections will actually match the May 16 results. Conversations will continue on India Post Live. You can also send us your feedback on Twitter @India Post Live. Also, you can log on to India Post Live and participate on our shows. You can also use the hashtag India Post Live and give us your feedback. And of course, the game Hum Bole is there for you to log in and see if you can do the number crunching as far as these Lok Sabha elections are concerned. Anyways, thank you for watching, and the conversations will continue on India Post Live.